Man here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. What's good? What's good? What's good? Slim, what a fight. What a fight, man. Fresh off watching the Caleb Plant versus Jose Uzcategui fight. And the new IBF 168-pound champion, Caleb Sweet Hands Plant, getting the job done. Looking good while he did it every step of the way. God damn, son. Hey, Caleb Plant got it done, man. He surprised me. He surprised you. He surprised every goddamn body, man. Caleb Plant looked sharp as attack up in that joint tonight, man. I'm talking sharp as attack. Did a lot of things that I didn't know he was even capable of doing. Did a lot of things that I didn't even know that he would do. He won the game on the outside. He won the game on the inside. He threw more punches. He landed more punches. There was nothing that Caleb Plant did not do in this fight to bring it home, man. As for Jose Uzcategui, valiant effort down the stretch. Valiant effort down the stretch. But unfortunately, man, just too little, too late, I thought, man. And, you know, the thing is, with Jose Uzcategui, though, Joe, like, I was trying to figure out, you're the world champion. You are the defending champion. Man, you need to go in there and realize that this dude that you across from is hungry. He is starving. He has been waiting for this moment for years. And you up in there fighting like, dog, like it's just too patient. Definitely not a Jose Uzcategui that we're used to seeing. Way too patient. Not really bringing the fight as much as we thought he was, especially in the earlier on portion of the fight. You know what I'm saying? What's up, TZ Frank in the building? Was that he dropped them twice. Everything else was expected. I knew Plant was the goods. Well, I tell you what, TZ Frank, this is exactly the type of performance that us fight fans needed right here to solidify the fact that Caleb Plant belongs on this level. That Caleb Plant is an elite fighter up at 168 pounds. He moved like such. You know what I'm saying? He talked the talk. And a lot of us was just like, look, we just got to see Caleb Plant on the elite level, and before we start to give him all of these accolades, we just got to see it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the performance. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Plant, the thing I was more impressed with him, I thought earlier on, the way the fight was going through the first 4 or 5 rounds, I say, yo, this dude gonna breeze through the fight. Jose Uzcategui, the pressure was ineffective. You know what I mean? He wasn't letting his hands go nearly enough early in the earlier portions of this fight. Way too patient. Most importantly, he wasn't countering properly. I was like, all of the punches and all of the movement that Caleb Plant is doing, you know, he was the faster fighter, without a doubt. He was the faster fighter. But I figured, I say, well, maybe the dude is trying to time him. I would think that his counter punching would be timed. He'll be trying to time him with some good counter shots, maybe hit him downstairs. But in the first 5 or 6 rounds, Slim, Jose Uzcategui didn't do none of that. You know what I mean? And I was like, what is this dude doing? Do we not realize that his title was on the damn line? You know what I mean? It was like no sense of urgency whatsoever. Orlando Finney in the building. What's up with you, homie? What's up with you? You know what I mean? But, you know, and I was very disappointed because I'm going to eat my crow. I'm going to keep it 100. Slim, I called for Jose Uzcategui to win this damn fight. And I was like, dog, this is not the Jose Uzcategui that I normally sees. Some say that, oh, so you say he was, Caleb was confusing him with feints. Man, Caleb had the faster hand speed. He had the better footwork. He had the better boxing IQ in there tonight. He was swinging from angles. He was catching a lot of shots on the shoulder. But the thing that I think I was left impressed with more than anything from Caleb Plant tonight was the fact that he won the inside game. I thought that Jose Uzcategui would hands down win the inside game more than anything. So down the stretch of the fight, yo, you know, when it became a close quarter fight, I said, well, this is going to benefit Jose Uzcategui more. But shit, Caleb Plant, though he did get nicked pretty good, what was that, in like the 8th or 9th round? He got nicked damn good. But he ate that damn shot, man. And he stayed on his damn feet. And he kept on fighting. You know what I mean? And I said, damn, this dude is not only winning the fight on the outside, but he winning the damn fight on the inside, you know? I said, well, that is impressive to see. And look, Jose Uzcategui is not a soft puncher. He's not a soft puncher. You say he showed a solid chin, TZ. A very solid chin from Caleb Plant. So that's another thing that those of us that are still learning about Caleb Plant we can add to his arsenal is the fact that Slim, he got a hell of a chin. He knows how to take a good punch. He was bleeding. He was leaking. Blood all in his eye. Blood all over his face. But he just kept on fighting. I had this dude winning every single round except maybe one was really debatable. And that was the one that when Jose Uzcategui caught him real flush, real solid late in the fight. And damn near hurt Caleb Plant. That's the only round I think I gave to Jose Uzcategui. But he got outboxed. He got outworked. You know what I mean? In every portion of this fight. So once again, man, we got to give Caleb Plant nothing but respect. You know what I mean? Caleb is about to go after all of the other champions at 68. Can you say undisputed? I hear you, Orlando. You know what? The thing that I'm looking forward to most from Caleb Plant, he got so many good fighters that he can go at 168. Of course, we know he's been talking up James DeGale. Of course, we know David Benavidez was right there ringside. But they're saying that David Benavidez is trying to get his title back because he lost it because he won't fuck with the nose candy. You know what I mean? But he got David Benavidez. He got, of course, the winner of James DeGale versus Chris Eubank Jr. You know what I mean? If he wants to go after Caleb Truax, he can do, like, this dude has options galore, you know what I mean? And on top of that, he has a world title, and I give him a leg up in all of those damn fights, you know what I mean? All of them, you hear me? Options, you know what I mean? If I had to pick a fight that I would really want to see Caleb Plant go in, I'd love to see Caleb Plant versus James DeGale. All because when he walked up in that James DeGale, Caleb Truax fight, yeah, James DeGale was talking all that shit. James DeGale was all mouthing off and pointing to him and all of this other stuff and getting all in this. If James DeGale gets beyond Chris Eubank Jr., I would hope Caleb Plant pivots in that direction, man. That is a fight that I'll be down to see any day of the week, man. But Caleb Plant definitely showing sweet hands. The thing is, I also said building up to his fight, man, I said that, look, man, Caleb Plant is a natural born fighter. The dude has been a kickboxer. The dude came from poverty. The dude has went through losses, and he kept on coming, you know, losing a daughter, man. You know what I mean? That ain't nothing that's easy to do. And he kept on fighting, you know what I mean? So when you got a guy with that type of attitude, with that type of just charisma and characteristics about himself, dog, that speaks volumes. And to see that his skills not don't match those same exact characteristics, that speaks volumes about Caleb Plant, man. So anybody who got to eat crow just like me, who thought that Jose Uzcategui would come into this fight, would be a better counterpuncher, would throw better pressure, would have effective aggression and not non-effective aggression, hey, man, I feel you. You know what I mean? But most importantly, like I keep telling y'all, man, how the hell did Jose Uzcategui lose the inside game? How did he lose the inside game? That was supposed to be his one edge up. That was supposed to be his one edge up. Said Plant was the underdog. Damn, you say plus 275. Hey, people gonna rake the fuck up on this fight, man. For those who bet on this fight, hats off to y'all, man. Y'all gonna be bringing home a nice check. Congrats to Caleb Plant. No doubt about it, man. Congrats to Caleb Plant. He deserves this. He fought for this, man. He has went through the fire in life, inside and outside of the ring. And, man, I can't think of a more fitting and deserving champion to win a title tonight, man. So when you see this type of story play out, man, you just got to give it to him. You know, a lot of dudes out there, I be seeing them, they be like, man, I like the swag of Caleb Plant. I like the way he talk. I like the way he move. You know what? Truth be told, I do too. You know what I mean? He moves like a fighter, a hungry fighter. Let's just hope in today's climate of boxing that hunger stays there. We already know how this go. They're always hungry on the way up, but then when they get there, they get that title, the hunger just disappears. That was a good fight. He was busted up, but he survived and outboxed. Yes, man. And see, that's what I mean. You know, I always tell people, man, a lot of things that go on inside the ring shows who you are. And for Caleb Plant to be busted up, to be, you know, leaking from the face as much as he would, to get hurt in this fight and to keep on fighting, this tells you exactly who he is personality-wise and as a man. You know what I mean? Everything he went through outside of the ring. This tells you everything about this kid, man. So I like Caleb Plant. And he fought a hell of a fight tonight, man. But most importantly, even if you had Caleb Plant winning, you would have never said that this dude would have won all of these goddamn rounds and Jose Uzcategui wasn't going to win but maybe one round. No one thought that shit. You know what I mean? Because I didn't even think that shit. This dude, Jose Uzcategui, maybe one round, and that's the one round where he hurt Caleb Plant. But just like we just got finished saying, This dude overcomes adversity, man. Dog, like everybody at 168 is officially on notice because I'm going to tell you right now, he is going to be a problem. He packs tremendous boxing fundamentals. He packs tremendous boxing ability. He has extremely fast hands. His defense, it can use some tweaks here and there, but when he fights on the outside, and he's moving, and he's constantly moving. He's catching shots on the shoulder, and he's catching shots here. He's catching shots, and he's swinging from different angles. He is a good fighter. But in the second half of this fight, where he made it more close quarters, you know what I mean? He started to eat a lot more shots than we know. But even so much, he still won the inside game. You know what I mean? He didn't lose no aspect of this fight. Not to mention, putting Jose Uzcategui down not once, but twice. You know what I mean? Not once, but twice, huh? Hey, the one shot that he put him down, the first one, I thought Uzcategui was a little bit off balance. You know what I mean? But the second one was solid, dog. It was solid. Plant kept up that pace for a while. It's hard to move like that for 12 rounds. I understand that. That's very true. So, I mean, I guess we can't expect, especially at that weight class, you know what I mean? So, for him to move like that for 12 rounds would be, I guess, impossible to ask. But the thing is, he won the inside game. Even when he made it close quarters, I still was thinking he was slipping shots, or most importantly, he was catching Uzcategui with way more shots than Uzcategui was catching him with on the inside. But that one uppercut that came through and hit Caleb Plant smack on the chin bone, hey, that was gorgeous, you know. But Caleb ate that thing like a Scooby snack and kept it pushing, you know what I mean? Uzcategui live game was on Plant's head. Yeah, but you know, Uzcategui, I was just like, he woke up too late in the fight. He woke up way too late in the fight. The sense of urgency should have came a long time ago. I thought after the first knockdown, the sense of urgency should have kicked in to Uzcategui, and he needed to, for one, hit the body a lot more. Like, where was the body work from Uzcategui, man? Where was the body work? I didn't see it. It was non-existent. Benavidez unification fight, he still has the WBC, right? Your thoughts? No, Benavidez does not have the WBC. As I recall, it's going to be Darrell and Yildirim fighting for it. And Benavidez he's fighting him in March. He's supposed to be on the undercard of Spence, and he's supposed to be on the undercard of Spence and Garcia. If he wins that fight, then he needs to go back after his old title, and then he can pivot into a unification fight with hopefully Caleb Plant, you know, because they got the history, man. Caleb Plant has a lot of respect for David Benavidez, a lot of respect. A lot of respect. Yeah, hey, Blues Rock, bro, man, you right. On the inside, on the outside, from every damn side. You know what I mean? Caleb Plant performed extremely well, dog. I'm going to tell y'all right now, if you were rooting for Jose Uzcategui, you have to give Caleb Plant his props. He won damn near every fucking round in this fight. None of us would have thought that was going to happen, man. None of us. And you know what? Even with Jose Uzcategui, though he gave those type of performances that he gave against Matt Korobov, you know what I mean? And Matt Korobov was a bit of a boxer, but he gave a much more valiant effort then. And, you know, though he gave the performance he did against Darrell, look, man, you only limited to what you can deal with. You know what I mean? Caleb Plant hands was extremely fast. His conditioning was way better, it seemed like, than Jose Uzcategui. And most importantly, his skill set. His skill set has a lot of different tools in it that Jose Uzcategui just, honestly, I don't know if he prepared for. He was in the mix earlier portion of that fight, man. He was in the fucking twilight zone. You know what I mean? So, you know, you can't take nothing away from Caleb Plant, but Jose Uzcategui could have performed to the best of his ability. But when he got in there, he seen so many things that Caleb Plant was doing. And it was like, oh, shit. I didn't expect this dude to deal with this. You know what I mean? If he would have worked the body, I agree with you, man. The body work didn't exist, man. And that's the one thing that when Jose Uzcategui go back and look at this fight, he's going to sit back and say, damn, I should have hit this dude downstairs a lot more, slowed them feet down. But I'm wondering, you know, the thing is, I'm wondering, even if he would have hit him to the body, right? And they would have made it like we seen in the fight, a more close quarter fight. Shit, Jose Uzcategui still lost the inside game, bruh. To me, that is huge. You know what I mean? That is big. Because when I break this fight down, if I'm giving anybody the inside game edge, it's Jose Uzcategui, because he constantly swings. He throws those uppercuts. He got good power. But Slim, Caleb Plant was slipping and dipping in that bitch. I saw Caleb getting more tired but Uzcategui didn't do nothing on the inside. But see, because he couldn't do nothing on the inside because he was just as tired, bro. Not only was he just as tired, but it was like, for one, you got to remember, man, Caleb Plant ate the best shot that Jose Uzcategui threw that entire fight. That landed. It landed flush. I mean, I'm talking flush, bro. That shit landed right here. Right fucking here on the nervous system. And the man didn't go down. That does something to a fighter. You know what I mean? It's like, dog, it makes you almost more cautious. Plants was too fast, was catching them in between combos. His counter punching was good, but most importantly, another thing you can't take from Caleb Plant was his body work. Slim, you notice Jose Uzcategui, as the fight progressed, he started hunching over more and more and more. He became much more of a lower target because the body work from Caleb Plant was doing something to this dude, dog. Like, earlier portion, I mean, Jose Uzcategui always got that little bend in his back. But if you look about rounds 10 and round 11, he was really hunched over because he wanted to catch them body shots, man. Uzcategui had a bunch of energy coming out and going into the corner. Was that for show because or what? Why he had the energy early on? Man, dog, he would, D-Top, and I think he was just honestly in the mix. I think he was trying to sit back and wait and say, well, let me see what this guy going to do. But he was getting hit with so many shots in the meantime, between time. And you know how it is in a fight, man. Sometimes you can sit back and do all of that and then look up, it's fucking round 7. And you eating shots round after round after round. You know what I mean? Light lit up in the building. What's up with your homie? Caleb earned that. Good win. All day. You know what I'm saying? All day. Caleb earned that thing, bruh. Earned it. And this is the moment that he has been fighting for, man. You know what I mean? He earned that fight, man. He earned that fight, man. Yeah, man. So, you know, I mean, look, man, I like I said before, I want to see Caleb Plant, man, go up against some of the other champions at 68. He talked the talk for a long damn time. A lot of us did not believe him until we seen it. You know what I mean? All of us, even if you pick Jose Uzcategui for the win in this fight, you had to say to yourself, I like Caleb Plant. I like him. I think he's good, but I got to see it. You know what I mean? You say you don't want to see him fight Benavidez yet? Oh, shit. I mean, you want to see Benavidez get that belt first. You know what I mean? That's first and foremost. But you had to say that about Caleb Plant. But tonight, a proper champion, and Jose Uzcategui is no bum. I don't want to see nobody coming back talking about, oh, man, Jose Uzcategui, he was a bum. He lost to Matt Korbach. I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? I want to give people, you got to give this man his props, bro. Jose Uzcategui was a live opponent in there tonight. He was a game opponent in there tonight. It's just that he went up against a man with a different skill set and, most importantly, a lot of hunger. And he got outworked. He got outboxed in every aspect of the fight. Period. You know what I mean? Period. Damn near whitewash. You know what I mean? So, dog, I mean, you know what I mean? Jose Uzcategui, though, he going to be all right. He gonna be all right. I'm not ready to count him up. Plant was ready. Plant was ready. Plant been ready for this for years, bro. Plant, you know, another thing that I want to give Caleb Plant props for was the fact that the man had an injured hand. He had an injured hand, and he knocked down Jose Uzcategui twice in this fight with an injured fucking hand, ladies and gentlemen. Do y'all know how hard that shit is coming off an injured hand? And that was another reason I gave the edge to Uzcategui. I thought he'd pull it out. Because I said, well, Caleb Plant power, it's not going to probably be ready, man. That hand can't be ready. But, bro, this man with an injured hand put this man down on the canvas twice. You hear me? Twice. Earlier on in the fight when both fighters had all of that goddamn energy. You know what I mean? Snack. Hey, light lit up. Hey, you say snack, bro. Hey, come on, man. He off them Victor Conte snacks, bro. Hey, that Victor Conte snacks working. Will Mikey Garcia? Will them Victor Conte snacks do this type of wonders for Mikey Garcia? That's a good question. You hear me, though? You hear me, though? I mean, come on, man. Caleb Plant ain't failed no drug test, man. Hey, but damn, Slim. Hey, Victor Conte. Hey, people around boxing going to look at this performance by Caleb Plant tonight and say, hold up, bro. You had an injured hand. You hurt your hand. You put this fight off for a minute, and you still put this dude down twice. Hey, man, you got Victor Conte number, cuz? You hear me? That's gonna be everybody, man. I'm telling you, man. You know, hats off to Caleb Plant, man. We joking and playing and shit, but at the end of the day, man, you know, you don't want to take that away from him, bro. Because, hey, them Victor Conte snacks is working like shit. You hear me? Them things are working, bro. Like shit. Victor Conte got that good. You hear me? But no, but hats off. But I want to see Jose Uzcategui remain definitely in the creme de la creme at 168. Though he was up against a good boxer, you got to understand, man, hunger does something to you, bruh. Hunger. When you are a hungry fighter, when you Snack got that pack. Hey, Snack got that good pack. You hear me? He get deals out here, man. But when you a hungry fighter, man, and you know you operate on a different plane, you operate on a different level. And Caleb Plant tonight, to me, I've looked at a lot of Caleb Plant's fights. I mean, leading up to this fight, to do a breakdown for this fight, I looked at a hell of a lot of Caleb Plant fights, man. And this was the absolute best. I mean, on far as the level and the competition that he was facing, this was the best fight that I think I've ever seen Caleb Plant fight. Not because, oh, he got touched and this, that, and the third. I ain't going by that. I mean, he was leaking. He overcame adversity. He got hit solid. He didn't go down. He outboxed on the inside. He outboxed on the outside. And most importantly, his power is the real deal. Hats off to Victor Conte. But power is the fucking real deal. So the reason I say this is the best fight I've seen Caleb Plant ever fight, because for one, I got all my answers. I got all the answers to the questions that I had on this dude answered tonight, man. So yeah, man. But I'm telling y'all, bro, Caleb Plant is game against David Benavidez. Caleb Plant is game against whoever at 168. George Groves, James DeGale, Chris Eubanks. I think he destroys Chris Eubanks Jr. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest with you. Early prediction, I think he beats James DeGale. You know what I mean? They're going to start selling that 3 snack pack at KFC. I'm trying to tell you, cuz that thing going to come with a Sprite. That thing going to come with a free biscuit. And most importantly, man, that thing, hey, them snack packs is where it's at, cuz. Hey, man, I know Willie Monroe got to be sitting at home right now like, damn, how I failed my test, cuz. Man, hey, them snack packs work. I didn't even need no testosterone. But he pushed the testosterone and fucked it all up. You know what I mean? He didn't even need it. Hey, you need that snack. Hey, everybody need that snack pack whole time. You know what I mean? How about Callum? Oh, Callum Smith. Hey, good call, DGO. Good call. You know what, man? Callum Smith versus Caleb Plant. Wow. You know, Callum Smith is a much bigger opponent. Callum Smith is a big fucking puncher. And Caleb Plant's defense tonight was solid to me up until he made it a close quarters fight. I honestly think that him and Callum Smith would be a good fight, bro. But you know what? I'm going to be real, though, man. Like, I need to see more wins from Callum Smith at that weight class. Don't get me wrong. He did what he did to George Groves, and it was gorgeous. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful performance. But at the end of the day, I need to see that ×2. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Real talk. Canelo knocks out Plant in a few rounds. Canelo versus Plant. Ooh, Canelo. You know, one thing that Canelo is going to do, if Canelo remains at 168 pounds, the one thing that Canelo is going to do, unfortunately, that fight ain't, I like to keep people in the know. Right now, that fight ain't fucking possible. Caleb Plant is with Al Heyman. Canelo Alvarez is with DAZN and Oscar. But if that fight was to happen, you know what I mean? Canelo would hit the body, cuz. And that's something that Jose Uzcategui tonight does not do. Canelo Alvarez will be going downstairs, combination punching. As for Jose Uzcategui coming forward, forgetting about the body, getting caught up in the mixing bowl, eating shots coming in, you know, no head movement at all. Canelo avoids slick fighters. Hey, but I heard the talk about Canelo trying to get down with Triple G for the third fight. You know what I mean? I mean, they got unfinished business. I mean, it ain't like Wilder Fury. You know what I mean? It ain't totally unfinished. Truth be told, I mean, if Canelo would have got in there with Daniel Jacobs, I would have liked to see that fight. But at the end of the day, I mean, we all know how the politics and polished shit of boxing is, you know, and they gonna go for the money. It's the big money fight with Triple G. Canelo is a lot more slick than Plant. I don't know about that, bro. Hey, man, Caleb Plant, I think Canelo has better head movement maybe than Plant, but I think Plant has better footwork and just all around. I mean, because Caleb was catching shots here, you know what I mean? And on top of that, Caleb was bending at the waist. The way he was bending at the waist and pausing, looking at those shots go right past him. You can't, man, bro, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful talent. So, I mean, I think both of those dudes will bring bring tools to the fight game. But I mean, truth be told, man, and hats off to DGO. Hey, bro, I think Callum Smith versus Caleb Plant would be a hell of a fight. I think the dynamics going into that fight, that would be a hell of a fight. Man, this kid got options, cuz. This kid got options, bruh. You know what I mean? He can fight whoever the hell he want, and they all would be good fights. David Benavidez, Callum Smith. You know, if A miracle happened, you know what I'm saying, on 34th Street. Canelo Alvarez, whoever the fuck, you know what I mean? All of these fights would be great fights to watch because Caleb Plant showed us he is game, bruh. He is game, and he presents a hell of a skill set tonight, man. So, hey, man, I'm telling y'all right now, man, you know, I needed this fight tonight. I needed this fight because I am getting over my boys losing, you know what I'm saying? So I needed this fight tonight, man, to hype me back up because I've been down in the dumps. My Cowboys lost last night, bruh, and I've been hurting ever since, you know what I mean? So this is the type of fight right here that make a man feel good to see a good fight like this. But I was proven wrong. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all out there was proven wrong. And, hey, Jose Uzcategui is just gonna he made just so many mistakes tonight, bruh. And how the fuck, I'm gonna keep going to this. How does he lose the inside game? How does Jose Uzcategui lose the inside game, son? Like, how the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And that just, I don't know, man. I'm just baffled by that shit, bruh. And where was the counter punching? Where was the body shots? And most importantly, the corner of Jose Uzcategui. Where was the sense of urgency, man? Plan is a promoter's dream. Yeah, you know, that's the government. Hey, yo, you hit it right on the head, cuz. Caleb Plant is a promoter's fucking dream. Why? Because this dude got swag. He's swaggadocious. You hear me? The dude walks up and fights. He's like the old Keith Thurman. He's that don't duck me son version of Keith Thurman. Walking up in fights, challenging whoever, not ducking nothing. You hear me? Not ducking anything. The dude can talk. The dude can articulate himself very good. He can sell himself at the end of the day. And that is something so rare with a lot of today's fighters. They can be a hell of a fighter, but they have the ability of not being able to sell himself. Caleb Plant is one of them fighters that can really put 168 on the map. You know what I mean? He can really put 168 on the map because this dude can talk. He was right after the playoff game tonight. You know what I mean? I was hoping they put it on regular Fox right after the game went off. They put it on Fox Sports 1. But, you know, I mean, you say Plant is a C-level fighter. What you figure? How you figure? So if you're saying that Plant is a C-level fighter, that means Jose Uzcategui got to be the D-level fighter, son. Real talk. I don't know where you get that one from. Caleb Plant showed a lot of good things in there tonight, son. And I mean, I'm tired. Looking at the competition at 68, he give them all a run for their money. Say Jose is a Z-level fighter. Oh, you just hating, Rodriguez. You a hating ass dude, cuz. You hear me? You just hating out here, man. That man ain't no C-level or Z-level fighter, man. Man, Caleb Plant the real deal. And you gotta give him his props, though. And then how could you take something away from a dude, bruh? How the fuck can you say that when this dude has went through everything he's went through outside the ring, when this dude has performed well on the lower tier, on the middle tier, and most importantly, on the top tier? How the hell can you say that, bruh? I mean, I don't know how you judge fighters, son, but dog, it's no fucking way, bruh. Not to mention, show boxing ability. Everybody, I'm getting a lot of cats that tell me, shout out to my homeboy, Black Horseman Promotions, he always be like, man, this is the year of the boxer. Bruh, this is another boxer that you see that got the fucking win tonight, man. Plant reminds me of a sociopath when he talk. Go ahead, bro. I ain't even, man, you lunching, son. Come on, bro. You coming in with some bullshit. I mean, he reminds you of a sociopath. I like sociopaths. You know what I'm saying? I fucks with sociopaths. I got sociopaths in my family. I got sociopaths in my circle. I love sociopaths, especially in the sport of boxing. Y'all fans need to get off this soft shit, bro. I'm tired of y'all be wanting these soft boxes, man. Everybody can't be Andre Ward. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna be that. You're gonna have those rugged, rough dudes that's gonna talk that fucking talk. And guess what? Boxing needs that shit, bruh. Boxing need it, especially now that boxing is on prime time and it's on regular TV. Boxing need those type of dudes. Caleb Plant, I'm gonna say it again. Caleb Plant got the ability to put 168 on the fucking map. You know what I mean? Do you know how many people you can walk around out here and you can ask them, bro, do you know who Callum Smith is? And be like, who? Callum Smith, what, he play soccer or something? You can ask them, yo, who's David Benavidez? David Benavidez. Oh, I know David Benavidez. He went to school with me. Nah, cuz, the boxer. You know what I mean? This is one of them type dudes, bruh. You know what I mean? That can honestly put this weight division on the fucking map. So for you to sit back and act like he a sociopath or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Bro, I don't know what kind of boxing you like, man. I don't know what kind of boxers you like, man. You know what I mean? You must be a Paulie Malignaggi fan or something. You must be a Paulie Malignaggi fan or something, bro. I don't know what you are, but at the end of the day, I like Caleb Plant. I like his swag. I like the way he moved. I like the whole 9 yards. You know what I mean? I like everything about this kid, and I thought he would lose this fight based on the fact that I thought Jose Uzcategui's pressure, I thought that Jose Uzcategui's body work, and I thought his counterpunching would be much more solid tonight. Shit about to get real interesting in the 168-pound division. Want to see how it unfolds by next year. Absolutely, bruh. Absolutely. I wish James DeGale would have got the trilogy done with Caleb Truax. Truth be told, I mean, he going to fight lunchbox ass Chris Eubank Jr., Chris You Stank Jr., Chris whatever you think Jr., you know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, let them do their little money-making fight. I don't know if the man, you know, deserves that fight, but whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? I don't know why. You say what? Hold up, say that again. You say, man, who called Caleb a sociopath and why? Yeah, man, once some dude, Rodriguez, man, he called a man a sociopath, dog. Like, for real? For real. Sif Bud in the building. What's up with you, homie? Yo, man, Uzi took an L, son. Real talk. Uzi took a mean L. Hey, but Sif Bud, hats off to Victor Conti and the snack program, son. You did. Knocked the man down twice. Not only did he take an L, he took a hard L. Losing his world title, man, damn. You know what I mean? But I don't got nothing bad to say about Jose Uzcategui other than the fact he got outclassed tonight. Caleb and I went to Sycamore High School together, and he was the one dude no one messed with. He's also a kickboxing champion. Yeah, I heard about that, you know, and that's why I like Caleb Plant, man. You know what I mean? Because he moves like a fucking fighter. He moves like a real fighter. He don't move like a chump. You know what I mean? He walks up in weigh-ins. He brings noise. I like fighters that bring noise. You know what I mean? That's what we need in boxing. Fighters that bring noise. You know what I mean? Oh, Orlando Finney, $4.99 super chat. I appreciate you, family. I appreciate you. Much love to you, my G. Much love to you. You know what I mean? Hey, yo, hit that like button for me, man, while y'all here, man. If y'all just sliding through, if y'all joining the fam, whatever it is, man, at the end of the day, hit the like button for me, man. That 168-pound division is on notice. Hands down, Orlando. The whole 168-pound division is on notice. And, you know, like I said, man, if it was a perfect world, if it was a perfect fucking world, bro, hey, it would be Caleb Plant versus a Canelo Alvarez, but given the polished shit of boxing, and I don't want nobody to be under false pretenses, given the pile of crap and the polished shit in the divisions of boxing, unfortunately, a Caleb Plant versus Canelo Alvarez fight is not possible. You know, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? Real talk. Other than the main event, it was a night of first-round knockouts. Yeah, it was a not. The other two, man, what's that? You know, I ain't even really, you know, honestly, I ain't really look at it like I should have. I will go back and probably watch a couple of those if I can make it through it, but they were fast fights. It wasn't nothing to talk about. Hey, Guillermo Rigondeaux returns the night. My man, Guillermo Rigondeaux came out of hiding. Guillermo Rigondeaux was down in Cuba smoking on some cubes, you know what I'm saying, chilling on the beach, drinking Coronas, and he like, you know what, man, bread running low. It's time for me to come from underneath a rock. You know what I mean? Hats off to Guillermo Rigondeaux on his return back, getting the stoppage over the bum of all bums. He fought a skippity bum up in that joint tonight. But at the end of the day, I'm just happy to see that my main man Rigo is back and he alive. He's still breathing and everything is all right with my main man Rigo. You know what I'm saying? So hats off to Guillermo Rigondeaux for coming back, getting the win. Hopefully he's going to build up some of his confidence, man, and get back into major contention. The only thing I don't like that I've heard about Rigondeaux since he's been back is that he's still talking that like I'm down here at 122 and I'm not leaving 122. I want to see Rigo go to 126. It's 4 pounds. Look, man, it ain't the end of the fucking world. When he fought Loma, they was at 130. Let the man go to 26, where even if Leo Santa snooze, Leo Santa booze, Leo Santa whatever, man, the rules, if he want to keep ducking Gary Russell, if he want to keep ducking Rigondeaux, then fuck it. Let Rigondeaux and Gary Russell square off. You know what I'm saying? That would be a fight that I want to see. He said he wants to fight Gary Russell. Damn, light lit up. That's right on the motherfucking money right there, homie. That would be one hell of a fight. I'd love to see Guillermo Rigondeaux versus a Gary Russell Jr. That'd be a skillful fight, bro. It'd be so much skill in that fight, man. Just watching it, man. If you ain't never boxed a day in your life, you will learn something. You hear me? you would learn something, man. Gary Russell and Rigo, that would be a hand. Oh, you already know, Sid Bud. I'm rocking with Gary Russell all day in the paint, but that would be a beautiful fight. Now, I listened to Leo Santa Cruz. We know he got a fight coming up against whoever the hell, you know what I mean? After that fight, he claims he's going to fight Gary Russell Jr. Whatever, cuz. Whatever. I'll believe it the day that I see the bell go ding ding and both of these dudes are in the ring and they charging towards each other. Then I'd say they finally fighting. But as of now, I don't know what to believe from Leo Santa Cruz, man. Russell Jr. go down to 122. It's only 4 pounds. But he been campaigning at 26 for so long. Gary, honestly, man, Gary been talking about going up to 130. He been saying that, look, if these dudes at 26 are going to continue to duck him, he'll go back up to 130. He still wants to fight Vasyl Lomachenko before his career ends, man. Too much. Callum Smith clears up 168. Hey, I hear you, bro. My thing is with Callum Smith, I said it before, I say it again, man. I like Callum Smith, but the George Groves win, that's one good win. Let's see him continuously fight in that manner. Let's see him continuously knock off top names. And then I'll be a believer. I thought he fought a beautiful fight against George Groves. And he's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong. Out of the rest of the Smiths, I think he is the best Smith. No, there's no other Smith. All the Smiths over in the UK, he is the best Smith, whether it's the Liam Smith, whether it's the Eleanor Smith, whoever the Smiths. Callum Smith is the best Smith, without a doubt. Benavidez will KO Callum. I don't know, man. Benavidez need to get it together, man. I hope Benavidez be all right, man. He ain't messing with that nose candy no more. I want to see Benavidez versus Caleb Plant, me personally, though. But, like I said before, if I had a wish, if it was me, realistic, done fight, 2 fighters that are under Al Heyman, that'll be James DeGale versus Caleb Plant. That'll be a fight that I would love to see. James DeGale is fighting Chris Eubank Jr. And, after he get that out the way, if he gets beyond Chris Eubank Jr., I'd love to see Caleb Plant versus James DeGale, cuz. I'd love to see that, man. We should all apply to be cops and firemen. What? Man, you don't get out of here with that. Hey, Javier Carlos Rodriguez, bro, you been talking some wild, lame-ass shit. You talking about some we all should be inspired to be cops and firemen. Man, it's a boxing stream. What the hell you think this is, cuz? We ain't got to be no citizen. Look, I like my boxers to be convicts. You don't like it? Then it is what it is. I like my boxers to have grit, to have edge. You talking about some everybody got to be firefighters and motherfucking police up in this joint. Hey, son, you don't get up out of here with that, man. For real, cuz. Hey, Orlando, you know what I'm saying? What are you talking about, son? What? What's your thoughts on Loma? I think Loma is a God-gifted fighter. I think Lomachenko is the real deal. I think that Lomachenko is a top 3, some may say top 4 pound-for-pound fighter. And most importantly, I wish that Lomachenko would have got the opportunity to fight Mikey Garcia. I think that Lomachenko and Mikey Garcia would have been the fight that we all wanted to see at the end of the day. But I got nothing but respect for Lomachenko. He had to earn my respect. I'm gonna be 100. I wasn't jumping on that bandwagon like a lot of HBO at the time was pushing him to be, but he proved it to me. He proved it to me because every weight class that he steps in, he wants the best. And for that reason alone, even with the loss against Orlando Salido, hey, son, yeah, Orlando, what are you talking about? But even with the loss with Orlando Salido, it is what it is. I got nothing but respect for Vasyl Lomachenko, bro. He has earned it. He's one of the few fighters in boxing that he like Caleb Plant tonight. He had to earn the respect, and I thought he earned it from me. You know what I mean? And a lot of people like to talk. Oh, well, he ain't fought this many fights. He ain't fought that many fights. Yo, we all know about his amateur career, legendary amateur career. You know what I'm saying? With 1 loss. You know what I mean? And all those damn fights. At the end of the day, Lomachenko, he already came into boxing with a 1 leg up on experience. He's had to see every style you've ever seen, and it plays out in the ring, bro. I think the dude is God gifted. His workout regimens is insane, son. Insane. You hear me? On real shit, a lot of hood kids will rush the police academy, low-key take power. Oh, hey, your man in here talking about something, man. He wish there were firefighters and police. We all got to aspire to be. Hats off to the firefighters and the police officers. I ain't got nothing against them, you hear me? But this is a boxing stream, son. We don't like our fighters soft. And if you do, that's your business. I don't know where you from, and I ain't going to ask no questions. But at the end of the day, I like my fighters rugged. I like my fighters like Mick say on Rocky. You're gonna spit lightning and chew nails. I like my fighters like that, son. I like my fighters coming in this thing tattooed down. You dig, man, looking like they didn't kill about 4 or 5 cats. I like those kind of fighters. You know what I mean? If you like the proper dudes, the ones that come in there with the suits and the ties and they want to come in there and be like, you know, they want to be, you know, wear turtlenecks like Daniel Jacobs or somebody, you know what I mean? Then that's your business. I ain't knocking you, you know what I mean? But me on the other hand, nah, cuz I like to see them dudes who get in there rugged, step to you, man, step to the champ in his backyard and bring noise. That's what boxing needs. Can Broner beat Pac-Man? Can Broner beat Pac-Man? You know, we right on the cusp of that fight. What was next week? Slim, you know, I mean, just like everybody else, if I sit here and say that Adrian Broner would defeat Manny Pacquiao, I will be putting every ounce of credibility on the line that I've ever worked for here on YouTube, son. I have been wrong over and over and over and over again. You know what I mean? When it comes to Adrian Broner, and I'm not saying that he wins, but I'm saying this, and this is where a lot of people don't agree with me yet, and I can understand that y'all don't agree. I believe that this fight, stylistically for Adrian Broner, can semi-work in his favor. You know what I mean? I'm not expecting him to win, but I believe that with Pacquiao, who swings punches in bunches, I look at how Marquez beat him. I look at how Floyd beat him. And it wasn't the fact that you had to outswing Manny Pacquiao. It wasn't the fact that you had to outwork Manny Pacquiao. It was more that you had to time Manny Pacquiao. And I believe that if Adrian Broner has an ounce of boxing ability left in his body, this is the way that he needs to fight. And this is more appropriate for Adrian Broner because he don't have to go in there and throw 1,000 punches. You know, he don't have to go in there and press the action. He needs to wait for opportunities. Now, his defense got to be on point. He can't sit there and take a bunch of punches, eat punches after punches after punches. Nah, he need to catch a lot of the punches and counter properly, hit the body. And I believe that Adrian Broner, he'll have an easier way to fight in that manner, you know what I mean, than he would then have to go up against, say, like a Mikey Garcia, where he has to press the action and let his hands go and move his feet. Nah, Sif Bud, I ain't betting on him, bro. I'd be a fool. Man, you bet on AB, you losing all your bread. I'm telling you right now, man. I can't bet with him, but I do think that stylistically, especially given that Manny is 40 years old, stylistically, you know what I mean, this type of fight where Manny is going to be here. He's going to be there. He's going to be throwing a bunch of punches. Floyd Mayweather knew that at his age and with his skill set, he was not going to go in there and try to throw a bunch of punches at Manny. No. I'm going to time him. I'm going to reset him. I'm going to turn him. I'm going to let my counter shots go properly. And that's the way it got to go. But Adrian Broner on the other end, a dude who just, I don't know if he there for the check. I don't know if he there for the publicity. I don't know what the hell it is, bro. I'm just going to be surprised on fight night. I'm going to put it to you like that. Broner is the Victor Ortiz of the black boxers, man. I ain't gonna say, I'm gonna say boxers in general, you know what I mean? Broner's just the dude. Look, you know, the thing is though, man, you know, look, at the end of the day, Broner just coulda, woulda, shoulda. I don't want to sit back. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Damn, Victor Ortiz of the black boxers though. That's rough though, cuz. Where you get that from, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? What's your name? Bob White Powder. Oh, I'm gonna leave you alone, son. You hear me? Do you think Caleb can unify? How long till they give him that shot? Caleb can definitely unify, without a doubt. And I don't think it takes too long for him to get that shot because he's a fighter that sells himself. And he's a fighter that's not quiet. He's not a fighter that people are not going to pay attention to. This fight tonight, though it came on kind of late, and it maybe, you know, but here in the DMV area, y'all know we going through a snow blizzard. They just OPM just put out there that all the federal government workers are off. So everybody up tonight. Everybody drinking tonight. I'm hoping there was a lot of eyes on Caleb Plant tonight. But he's the type of fighter that can honestly sell himself. And so he will attract the other boxers. He's unlike Callum Smith, who, though he's a good fighter, no one here knows him. You know what I mean? Caleb Plant is a dude that will sell the fight, sell himself. His story is fucking gold. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't think that any of the other champions would want to stay away from him. You see the Benavidez story. It's already out there. It's already baked. He already was fighting with the Benavidez family. On top of that, he respects David Benavidez. You know, David Benavidez already got the coke chop. That story right there. Benavidez versus Caleb Plant will have the opportunity to be a big fight because of the storylines involved. But I do think Caleb Plant will get an opportunity real fast. But I want to see Caleb Plant punish James DeGale, bro. I'm not a big fan of James DeGale. I think James DeGale got away from Caleb Truax. I think he ran from Caleb Truax. And so guess what? I want to see James DeGale and Caleb Plant. That's a fight that I love to see. Real shit. That's a fight that I love to see in a perfect world. But, we'll see how it goes, man. But, man, Caleb Plant getting the job done, fulfilling the promise to his daughter, fulfilling the promise that, living up to this moment, proving us all wrong, man. Proving us all wrong. James DeGale's sister is hot, extremely hot. Hey, now Javier Carlos Rodriguez, that's the best comment you have put tonight, homie. You know what I'm saying? Hands down, homie. All love, bro, from the main man, made man, son. I agree with you, man. She is fine as hell. You hear me, though? But at the end of the day, I want to see James DeGale get in there with Caleb Plant. And I think that'll be a good fight. I think James DeGale, and see, even in James DeGale's case, he know. James DeGale is a money clout chaser. You know what I'm saying? Now that he's with Al Heyman, we know he'll be checking out of boxing real soon. He's a clout chaser. And who is he trying to kick up dust with? Caleb Plant. And this was before Caleb Plant was even a world title. You hear me? Yeah, Sif Bud. Yeah, Shawty right. Shawty definitely right. She definitely right. That's the best thing James DeGale got going for him right now, son. You know what I mean? And he better beat Chris Eubank Jr. If Chris Eubank Jr. beat James DeGale, I'm going in. Hands down. I'm going in. I'm going in, son. If Chris Eubank Jr. beat James DeGale, I'm going in. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. AB can win if he don't wait to put the pedal down because Manny is going 0 to 100 real quick. Shit, you hear me, though, ducking and hiding. I agree with you 100%. He has the opportunity stylistically, but if you can bet your money, because I ain't betting nothing on Adrian Bronner. You know what I mean? Only thing I'm betting on Adrian Bronner maybe is like I ain't betting shit. I ain't betting nothing on that dude, bro. I ain't betting nothing. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I'm correct. He has all the physical talents to be great, and just like Ortiz, just no heart. He should be Maidana and Garcia. Not only, you know what, bro? He's like a character off the Wizard of Oz. No heart and no brains. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what most importantly. No heart and no brains. As for Adrian Bronner, Adrian Bronner, brains are gone and his heart is gone. He's like a mixture of the Tin Man and the Cowardly Lion all together. He has no heart and no brains. Period. You know what I mean? Like, even if he had the heart, like, he'll do something outside the ring that just distract the hell out of everybody, distract himself. No brains. You know what I'm saying? Dog, like, I understand. Look, man, I understand AB from the hood. For all my subs out there and everybody here that is from the hood. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, one thing if you from the hood, you won't squander opportunities when you get there. And everybody, even the most simplest dude from around the way, look, man, I ain't messing this up because I ain't trying to go back to where I came from. And as for Adrian Bronner, I don't know. I just don't get it, bro. I don't get it, man. I don't get it with Adrian Bronner. Opportunity after opportunity, keep running behind Floyd Mayweather. I've been saying for years here on this damn channel, I want to see Adrian Bronner call out Floyd. When he called out Floyd at the Theophane fight, that was probably my proudest moment of Adrian Bronner. And then what did he do? Get right back on video, talking about anybody to commit suicide. And Floyd, you don't call me, bro. You don't call me, bro. Like, dog, come on, man, get out of here, son. Benavidez ain't on Friday. Who do you have in that fight? And, Andre fights on Friday. Who do you have in that fight? Hey, I mean, look who he fighting though, son. Like, he not fighting a quality opponent once again. As for Demetrius Andrade, and my story still continues for Demetrius Andrade. Unfortunately, he missed the Billy Joe Saunders fight, and that ain't no upset to him. But at the end of the day, he still has the same criticisms, and he still needs to prove to us that weight class is he the creme de la creme. It's he looks it. He's solid, but at the end of the day, we got to see it. Once again, David Voss says, who won? Caleb Plant won all the way. Damn near whitewash. I had him winning every round except one. Knocks down Jose Uzcategui, not once, but twice. Jose Uzcategui, ineffective pressure, no body work. And most importantly, got caught in the mix early, got outboxed on the inside and got outboxed on the outside. When you go back and watch that fight, David, you're going to be like, nah, this ain't the Jose Uzcategui I thought. You know what I mean? But Demetrius Andrade, man, don't get me wrong, Orlando. I'm a big fan of him. I mean, I like Demetrius. I've always did. But at the end of the day, Demetrius Andrade, to me, ever since he's been at this weight class, and once again, it's no fault to him, I need to see it, man. I just need to see it. Uzi was dangerous at the end. He was dangerous at the end. But I mean, that's after Caleb Plant and put in all that work for like 8-9 rounds straight, moving and boxing and thinking and constantly leaking. You know, ate a hardcore shot. Uzi shouldn't go nowhere though, Sif Bud. I mean, Uzi shouldn't go nowhere, man. Like, I mean, Uzi need to be right there in the mix. Like I said, a Jose Uzcategui versus, say, a George Groves. That's a solid fight, son. That's a solid fight. You know what I mean? Those type of fights can still happen for Jose Uzcategui. You know, this is his second loss of his career, and he took those 2 losses to 2 very formidable opponents, man. So, you know, I'm not going to count Jose Uzcategui out right now, man. I think he deserves to still be in the mix. AB needs to figure himself out. He better figure himself out, and he better figure it out fast, because if he take a hardcore L in this fight, yo, I mean, then again, I ain't going to say nobody ain't going to be checking for him, because I've said that before and been proven wrong. But at the end of the day, we're all expecting him to lose. Uzi should drop to 160 and get a belt. I think he need to stay right there where he at, bro. If any, I think he need to stay in the mix at 68. There's a lot of good names there. Caleb Plant is now injected a lot of life into that division. I think he need to stay right there, man. I mean, going down to 160, that'll be, I guess, okay for him, but who will fight him? Who really will fight him down at 160? Let's be real. Who was Caleb supposed to fight next? I mean, you know, it's a free word. I mean, I don't know if, you know, the IBF, he won the IBF title tonight, so the IBF is very strict on their mandatories, you know, and things like that. So I got to check and see who the IBF mandatory is. But the fight that I would love to see would be James DeGale. Heard all day, son. Heard versus J-Rock should be coming up soon. If it go down in town here, I'm in the building. We doing the post fight from the building. We gonna be in the mix in the building. If Jared Heard can land that fight here at the National Harbor here in DC, I'm here, son. I'm there. Heard versus Uzi. Oh, you think that? But Heard ain't at 160 though, Sif Bud. I mean, if I don't know if Heard wouldn't abandon his titles to leave 54 to go to 160 to fight Uzcategui. I mean, I guess in a perfect world that'd be a solid fight, but that ain't no realistic chance of happening, man. You know what I mean? Heard ain't gonna leave 54 and then skip over the other Charlo, maybe skip over a fight with Daniel Jacobs. He ain't gonna put those fights to the side to fight Jose Uzcategui. It just ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. As for those who just getting here, bruh, Crawford versus Amir Khan. Crawford versus Amir Khan would be an interesting fight. I think that fight gonna be interesting for about 6 rounds before Amir Khan gets that loosey-goosey chin broken into all kind of glass all over the ground, gets slept, la la land, good night, T-Bud moving on. Hey, look here, man. Before I end this stream, I want to say this, man. I want to say this real shit. People need to stop running around talking about Terrence Crawford's resume. I'm not feeling that type talk. I'm thinking about doing a video, you know what I mean, highlighting the Terrence Crawford resume, because I'm hearing too much talk from a lot of these PBC fighters running up here, jumping out there, talking about some Terrence Crawford resume ain't this and Terrence Crawford resume ain't that. We sit here and talk this shit today, but at the end of the day, we forget all of the circumstances revolving around these names, like Julius Indongo, like the Gamboa fight. And we forget about how Mikey Garcia wanted no smoke with Terrence Crawford. We don't talk about this in its entirety. We look back because, you know, looking back is always 2020. But at the end of the day, when you go back to a lot of Terrence Crawford fights, and I've already did it, there's a lot of circumstances surrounding those fights that wasn't talked about. The Victor Postal fight, who he had just came off winning. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk much about the what's the kid from the UK that he beat, went on and lost the belts, turned around and won the belts again. Oh man, I've been talking so much that it's slipping my mind. Y'all know who I'm talking about? The UK kid. He beat him down at 35, and then he went up to 140 and he got 2 titles. Well, anyway, you know what I mean? Like, that's another opponent that everybody always looked over. You know what I mean? And I hate when people do that shit, bruh. Like, oh, I'm listening to Keith One Time Thurman. Who did Terrence Crawford beat? And Ricky Burns. That's what I'm talking about, Shaq. Ricky Burns, exactly. We look over the Ricky Burns fight. Like, Ricky Burns didn't lose his titles against Crawford and then turn around and regain titles at a whole nother weight class. You know what I'm saying? You know, and we just disregard all of this shit, bruh, because a lot of fans don't know who these men was. You dig? How the Julius Indongo fight was one of the best fights of this boxing era because it granted us an undisputed champion. We don't want to get deep into the weeds, but we want to sit back and say, oh, Well, yeah, he fought that guy. Who he beat? He ain't beat nobody. He ain't beat nobody. Amir Khan gonna be the best name on his resume. Bullshit. Bullshit. Maybe Amir Khan from years ago. Maybe Amir Khan when Amir Khan had a belt. But not this version of Amir Khan. Amir Khan is just a name. That's it. An empty ass name. You hear me? That's all, bro. And he gonna get knocked the fuck out because he ducked my main man, Kell Brook. So I'm hoping Khan get his face knocked off, son. Real talk. I don't like how he doing Brook, man. That shit is wrong as hell, man. But at the end of the day, and I'm going to do the vid, you know what I mean? We need to stop disrespecting Terrence Crawford's resume because you don't know who the damn fighters are, cuz. Real talk. And to the PBC fighters, Crawford wants smoke. I mean, what else do you need? Crawford wants smoke. Period. Period. He wants smoke. He wants Thurman. Thurman don't want no smoke. You know what I mean? Ricky Burns. That's what I'm talking about, Orlando. He pulled up on Spence. Sean Porter talking about something, that's my friend, that's my buddy, that's my friend, that's my buddy. Though he's calling all of y'all out, but y'all, you want to sit back and say, oh, he can't be the top guy here. Danny Garcia, man, somebody need to go and smack the shit out of Danny Garcia, bruh. Because Danny Garcia right now is pissing me off. You got history with T-Bud. You know what I mean? You got history with T-Bud. Y'all go all the way back to the amateurs. That man throwing a big bag at you, and you still don't want to fight him. Man, come on, man. Let's not go there, man. People would appreciate Bud till he gone. Man, he 32 now. They trying to age him, bro. They trying to age him. I don't have a doubt in my mind that they trying to age that man. Danny acts like a diva. Yeah, Danny acts like a diva. Hey, yo, did y'all see that that Instagram posting that Danny Garcia put out there smacking his baby mother on the ass right there in front of his kid? Talking about some, oh, y'all have a happy new year with cash and ass or something like that. And his daughter sitting right, man, Danny Garcia be on some other shit. You hear me? Clown. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, Bud wants smoke. He got in touch with Angel. He sent Angel the message like, dog, I got $3 million for your son. $3 million. $3 million. So if I'm a soft touch, if I'm not this, if I'm not that, then I got $3 million for you. What's up? And did Danny take it? No. Earl Spence pulled up. Earl Spence take it? No. You know what I mean? Keith Thurman come out of nowhere from playing the flute, from being on the bench, playing the flute with the little snake coming out the basket. You know what I mean? Then he want to come back, and then he want to talk trash. Get out of here, son. Get out of here, man. So at the end of the day, stop disrespecting T-Bud. I don't like to draw lines, battle lines like this with fighters and take sides. But at the end of the day, stop disrespecting T-Bud. In front of the little kid, yeah, hey Franklin, you know, that was unclassed, man. There was no class behind that whatsoever. You do that to her mother and smacking her on the ass right then. You thought that was cool? You thought that was slick? Man, Danny a lame, son. Danny a lame. Only reason that Danny remained relevant because of his father, Angel, man. Angel off the hook. Angel, that kid from around the way, that dude from around the way, that when you out there chilling all day, man, he just making everybody laugh. I got love for Angel, man. He a racist ass dude, don't get me wrong, and I don't care what nobody say, but he a funny ass dude, dog, at the end of the day. So, but at the end of the day, Danny, man, lame, bruh. You lost your step-up fights at welterweight. You don't want no smoke with Crawford. You gonna get in there and beat Granados. Okay, it is what it is. Terrence Crawford is pound for pound king for a reason. Orlando, I couldn't have said it no better, son. Hey, pound for pound, #1 fighter. And if you got an issue with that, then step in the ring with the man. It's as simple as that. Like I said, man, in Earl Spence's case, I'm like, I want to see the Crawford fight, but I understand his reason. I do. And a lot of people don't rock with me on that. I understand it. I understand he wants to fight Showtime Sean Porter. I understand he wants to fight Danny, and I understand he wants to fight Thurman because he's been saying that for years. Even before Terrence Crawford moved up to welterweight, Earl Spence Jr. has been saying exactly who he wants to fight. That tune never changed. That tune never changed. You know what I mean? So I grant that. But the rest of them dudes, nah, man. And don't get me wrong. It's hashtag suits. I'm anti-suit. I'm hashtag anti-suits. But if the suits want to make this fight, they can make this fight. Triple G versus Canelo 3 is because the Zone wants Triple G on the app. Yeah, hey, the Zone needs something. And at the end of the day, they know that this is at their immediate disposal, at their immediate grabs in order to grab the American audience. The only fight that they have on the horizon of doing that is Triple G and Canelo. They ain't got no other fight that can snack the American audience. And they've been wanting the American audience for how long? You know what I mean? Hearn ain't bringing them the American audience. His so-called billion-dollar deal ain't working. You know what I mean? It ain't bringing the eyes and ears that the Zone wants. And the only fight that the Zone has within their immediate reach that can really grasp a large segment of American fans is the Canelo and Triple G fight. So they're going to throw Triple G is in a good leverage position, believe it or not. I remember I've been hearing all the talk about him talking with PBC, talking with ESPN and things like that. But it's the zone that's going to dig deep and throw him the money because they know. And Triple G is in a position of leverage. They know. You know what I mean? He knows y'all need me to grab these eyes. What's up with my wrench? Say no more. Say no more. Sif Bud, you definitely getting the wrench. Hey, Sif Bud, at the end of the day, I'm doing this from my device. On the next live stream, when I'm on the mic, you getting the wrench, homie. My word, you getting the wrench. You definitely deserve a wrench. You've held me down, Sif Bud. You getting the wrench, without a doubt, without a doubt, without a doubt. You and Orlando Finney is the only guy I got that has a wrench. Sif Bud, you number 2, hands down. You getting that wrench, son. But yeah, man, you know, and at the end of the day, man, good fight. You know what I'm saying? Good fight tonight. I had a lot of fun. You know what I mean? To everybody who's been wondering what's up with the vids, bro. I mean, truth be told, I got to keep it all the way a buck with y'all. Like, yo, lately this week, it's like I feel like I talked about everything. You know what I mean? I can rehash the same points over and over and over again. But, I mean, dog, we've talked about Anthony Joshua. We've talked about Mikey Garcia versus Earl Spence. We've talked about everything. And I can keep on rehashing the same points over and over again, but I'm just not that cat. You know what I mean? Y'all think Rigan Diao would get a big name soon under Al Heyman? I hope so. I really hope so. And because, you know, Rigan Diao, man, you know, I don't want to see Rigan Diao come from under the rock. He been chilling out in Cuba, man, smoking on them fat ones, man, come back and say, oh, fight a bunch of bums. I want to see Rigan Diao really get back in the mix. And if I had it my way, Rigan Diao comes up to 126. I'm not expecting Leo Sanders Snooze to give him a fight because he ducked him at 122, so he'll probably duck him again now. But Rigan Diao maybe could secure a fight with like a Gary Russell Jr. Or maybe even an Abner Martez. I mean, after Abner Martez fights Tank, if he loses the Tank, maybe Abner Martez will even give him a shot. That's even an improvement for Rigan Diao. So, you know, it is what it is, man. Maybe even Josh Warrington. Maybe Josh Warrington maybe will give him a shot up at 126. I mean, there's some names there. And at 122, it's not a lot of recognizable names down there for Rigan Diao. So I would love to see him come up to 126. You say that's one of the best performances from Caleb Plant you've seen in a minute? I think so. I think that's the best performance of Caleb Plant's career. And for the whole reason of, you know, questions were answered. You know what I mean? Like, he got in there with a legitimate opponent, and he showed us a great skill set. He showed us his ability to overcome adversity. He showed us his ability to adapt and to keep an elite fighter at bay. And, I mean, he showed us the ability to take a punch. I mean, he answered so many fucking questions tonight. And so for that reason alone, at this level, welcome to 168 Caleb Plant. May you go forward and get unification fights and put this weight class on the map, man. But I'm about to get ready to shut this thing down. Hey, yo, fans, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking with the boy. Real talk. For anybody who missed the stream, please go back and rewatch it. I want to give hats off to all of my boxing fam up in this thing. Orlando Finney, Sif Bud, man. Oh, hey, man. Everybody, like lit up. What's up with your homie? All of y'all, man. I really appreciate everybody showing up. The vids will continue. We will be getting back up on here soon with the live stream. What's today? Sunday. Matter of fact, tomorrow, because the way things are looking, we snowed in up in this joint up in the DMV, man. It's a lot of snow outside. So, yeah, man, how about we do a live stream sometime tomorrow evening, man? Y'all can come on right back here. Main man, made man. We're going to be turned up. We're going to be covering a lot of good topics in boxing. And most importantly, man, I got nothing but love for each one of y'all. Shout out from Honduras, repping that H-Town, Franklin Tacorios. Hey, shout out to Honduras, homie. Shout out to Honduras straight from D.C., man. I got nothing but love for y'all, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all. To the next video, Main Man, Made Man. Don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, Made Man 511. Facebook, Main Man, Made Man Boxing Forum. Google Plus, Main Man, Made Man. And to the next video, peace out.